We're going to talk through constructive rest. It's an exercise that has a long history used by different disciplines, including Alexander technique. We're going to take a particular approach that emphasizes spatial awareness. You will need a few books to put your head on and a mat or a rug, something fairly firm to lie down on. Before we do the constructive rest, I'd like you to stand and walk around a little bit and just notice your state of being, which includes the state of your body, but also the state of your thoughts and your attention. Just take a mental snapshot and then we'll compare with after the exercise. So now I'd like you to be standing and take a little walk around and just notice anything in your body that's going on, but also anything in your thoughts or the quality of your attention, just as a little sort of movie, a little mental movie that you can compare with after we do the exercise. So once we've done that, let's take a few books. The height is really what's comfortable for you. Most people do a few centimeters, depending on the shape of your spine and your personal preference. And we're going to lie down. The knees are bent, the feet are flat on the floor. The hands are either resting on the rib cage or resting on the floor, as you prefer. Take a moment to let your body settle. Try not to hold anything in place. Now let your attention go outside of your body. I'd like you to notice the ceiling or whatever's above you. And notice the surface of the ceiling, how it spans out parallel to the floor, parallel to your body. And now notice the surface of the floor, what you can sense in your back, but also that internal map of the whole floor that extends to the corners of the room. As if you imagine yourself lying on a giant table and you know where the corners of that table are. And sense the ceiling again, spanning out across the room, and the floor spanning out across the room. Think about where the corners of the floor are. Your body lies flat on the floor, parallel to the floor. Notice the form of your body, resting on the floor, parallel to the floor, parallel to the ceiling. It's as if the ceiling is looking at your body. Your body is looking at the ceiling. The floor comes up underneath your back to support it. Your body takes the support of the floor. Think of your head as a ball that has weight and that's free to move in this space. Picture your head as free to move, resting on the books, taking the support of the books as you continue to notice the ceiling and the space around you. Slightly roll the head from side to side, a very small movement. Your goal is to continue to think of the freedom of the head, the weight of the head, and the expanse of the floor and the ceiling. Let your head come to rest. Notice the line from the ears to the bottom of the pelvis. Notice that line is roughly parallel with the floor and the ceiling. It doesn't have to be perfect. Notice that line points across the room to the walls, parallel to the floor. Notice the distance from your ears to the bottom of your pelvis. Notice that your trunk is softly expanding as you breathe. Think of the expansion as something to watch, very geometrically, very spatially, not something to do or to force. As if you're watching some natural occurrence like waves in the ocean. Notice that your trunk expands when you inhale, filling the space. Turn your attention to some part of the trunk where you don't feel expansion, and imagine expansion on the inhale. That could be your lower back, or your belly, or the sides of the rib cage, or underneath the shoulders. Make a three-dimensional image of that area expanding. But continue to watch the breathing rather than forcing it. Think of the whole trunk from the ears to the base of the pelvis, resting on the floor, expanding on the inhale, and dropping on the exhale. Take one hand and raise it to the ceiling as you continue to think of the whole trunk dropping to the floor, expanding on the inhale, dropping on the exhale. The head continues to rest free as a ball, and you continue to notice the space. Take the arm or take the hand high enough so that the shoulder starts to lift off the floor and the shoulder blade widens across the back of the rib cage, without losing the thought of the trunk dropping, the spine supported, the head free, and a sense of space. Let the hand come back down and the arm fold, and take the other hand to the ceiling as the head stays free and the trunk drops and expands in the space. The hand going high enough so that the shoulder begins to widen across the back of the rib cage, and you're still sensing the full expanse of the floor. The hand comes down, the arm folds, and you're going to slide one foot away from the pelvis so that the leg unfolds, the front of the hip opening to the ceiling and the back of the knee opening to the floor. Notice the full length from the foot through the hip joint to the head, parallel to the floor, facing the ceiling, as if the ceiling is watching the whole front of the body and you're allowing yourself to be seen. Let the knee come back up to the ceiling to fold the leg and send the other knee away, continuing to enjoy the support of the floor. The front of the hip opens to the ceiling, showing the whole front of the left side, or whichever side you're on, to the ceiling, allowing yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to drop. Allow yourself to breathe. Bring the knee back up to the ceiling. As we get up, continue to notice the expansion of the trunk and a sense of space, the support of the floor, and the easy folding of the arms and legs. You can roll to the side to start, come up onto the knees, come into a crawl position, back on the feet, and then unfold to go standing. That's a suggestion for getting up. It's not a requirement. Take a walk around the room and notice the vertical direction of the body in space, supported by the floor, the head balanced on top of the spine, pointing to the ceiling. And recall where you started and how you felt at the beginning of the exercise. Has anything changed? Do you notice anything different in your body? But do you also notice anything different in the quality of your attention or breathing or muscle tone? This is an exercise you can practice anytime. That took us a little bit under 10 minutes. And the more you practice, the more it becomes second nature. You can come up with your own cues as well. The cues I used are not holy, but it gives you a chance to lengthen and open up your body while taking a little rest and letting go of some tension.